4 things to do when you're feeling discouraged. You know, when you have those days or sometimes those weeks where you work so hard to get into a better feeling space, where you try to feel more uplifted, happier, and then something happens and you're right back down in discouragement, right? Like you've been trying to stick to a new way of eating, right, to help your gut, or you've been trying to follow an exercise plan and then something happens, you get really busy and then you can't stick to it and then you're feeling discouraged. Or there's been this dream that you're wanting to follow, right? Your creative passion, your career, something you've been wanting to make happen, something you've been wanting to birth into space, and something happens and you just feel like you're not getting there, you're not making it, you're just in this mood of like, it's not working out for me. Discouragement. What can we do when we're in this space of feeling discouraged? Hi, everyone. I'm Christine, your emotion coach. This is Isabel, who's joining us in my lap. And yes, today we'll be talking about discouragement. I don't know about you. I hate it when I wake up in the morning and my mind is already going, and I'm just like, oh, my day is so packed full. I won't get time for the things I really want. What can we do to shift out of that mood of discouragement? Number 1, listen to something positive. Now, see, that's why I've been telling you about Daily Fire, right? That's what my daily videos are based on, is the Growth Day app, Daily Fire by Brendan Bashar. He has an uplifting growth message every morning for us. But even before then, I was always somebody who likes to listen to a lot of different uplifting, empowering messages, right? Whether that be a podcast that I'm listening to, and sometimes it's specific, right? Specific for business, specific for marketing. Other times it's about personal growth, about psychology, about deep processing. Other times it's about health. Do I want to figure out a new diet that I'm trying for myself, right? Or I listen to something spiritual, right? Abraham Hicks, Bashar, Wendy Kennedy, the Pleiadians, something to pull me out of my current brain space to get into something that is uplifting to me, something that gives me that feeling of there's so much more out there. Because I feel like, especially as highly sensitive, we're even more prone to this tunnel vision, right? It's like when we are stuck in a particular feeling, in a particular challenge in our life, all we see is this, all we feel is this, because the feeling is so overwhelming and intense, right? So that's when it's so beneficial to say, oh, let me listen to something outside of myself. Let me remind myself of particular things. I've also made a video or an audio of me reading through note cards, reading through quotes that have really hit home for me. Or I go read my journal, past entrances of how I have journaled myself from feeling like being in a funk to feeling uplifted and inspired, because that's where we want to get to, right? So what can you listen to that reminds you that there is so much more out there in this life for you to experience, to enjoy? Do you need to go on a walk? Go on a walk while you're listening to this, right? That is always a beautiful combination, being out in nature, feeling the sunshine on your face, hearing those words of you are so much more, you are so powerful, you are guided in every moment. So incredibly powerful. Number 2, pay attention who is surrounding you, right? What is your environment? Because that has a big impact, especially for highly sensitives, because we are prone to not be very diligent with our boundaries. We tend to take on the emotions of others, particularly when we're already in a discouraged space, right? It's even harder to hold your boundaries when you're in a discouraged place than when you're around other people who are discouraged, negative, down, fearful. It's so much easier for you to like keep vibing with that. So is there something you can do? Is there some place you can go? Is there someone you can call who you know is going to bring the joy, is going to uplift you. Like, even just like some like a meditation circle, right? There's one that I like to go to every Monday, not every Monday night, one Monday night a month, a sound meditation for an hour. I know that's going to get me into a different space. I know that I can call my sister at any point in time and she'll listen to my complaints for like a minute or two. And then she's like, all right, let's shift this. Let's take a different perspective. How can we see this in a positive? What would Abraham say? How do we turn this to our advantage? How does this serve me? Who are the positive people in your life who are there to uplift you? Yes, to listen to you and to acknowledge, but remember, a sounding board is not going to help you in the long run, right? 17 seconds. Law of attraction is going to gather that momentum and just snowball it. Let's snowball positive emotions. Who is there to support you with a positive, creative, joyful, inspired mindset? Number 3, do you like who you are? So many times when I'm in this mood of feeling incredibly discouraged, everything goes with it. And I'm like, I hate my life right now. I don't like this and this and this. And I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I'm so late on this again. I can't believe I haven't taken enough action for this. I can't believe I'm procrastinating. Whatever it is, right? And there's some benefit to getting that out. Write it in your journal. So many of my journal entries start with, oh my gosh, this sucks right now, right? I'm really hating this right now, whatever it is. Get it out, write it down, and then go, okay, where can I go from here? How can I remember the positives? I know that I'm not a failure. I know, let me remember all the things that I did do. Let me remember all the things that I said that I wanted to follow through, and I did. Let me look at the 7 key areas of my life and see where I have been putting effort in. And maybe I've actually made more progress than I'm giving myself credit for in this moment, right? Always so much more than we can feel out in that moment when you're discouraged. Because remember, when you are discouraged, you are on that vibrational wavelength of discouragement. And then the only thing that you can feel, think about, all the thoughts that are coming to you are about that wavelength or lower. You cannot reach up higher into joy, into inspiration, into creativeness, into love when you're in this mode. So let's shift our state to then be more resourceful, to then remember what we can and want to do. One way to do is really remember or talk to yourself about, what are tough situations that I have gone through? What are things that I have followed myself through, right? It's like, for example, if you're following a particular diet, you've been really trying to be healthier. Sure, maybe this week was a super busy week and you completely fell off the wagon. Can you give yourself the credit for the days, the weeks, the months before then? Can you give yourself the credit for how much you have already accomplished? Even if you're at a plateau, even if you've been going backwards a little bit, remind yourself that it is worth it. That's always the thing that I come to when I'm in a really bad space. I'm like, gosh, it's so much effort and I barely make it forward. And then I'm like, but you know what? If I give up on this, where am I going to be then? You know, sure, it's costing me a tremendous amount of effort just to barely move forward. But if I don't put that in, then what? Am I going to be happy with where I would be if I don't put any effort into it? No, so let's keep going. Let's do this. Let's remind myself of all the things I have been doing and succeeding in. That's also great when you have great friends or family members who can remind you as well, who can see it from their perspective, who aren't so in that tunnel vision stuck with you, right? And it's also a great time to really decide, do I like the path I'm on? Oh, that one is so big. I love that vision of like, Do I like the path that I'm on? Because if I don't like the path that I'm on, I can always change it. Instead of beating myself up for being on that path, like why am I on that? Why did you choose that? Why do you continue to walk down that path? Why are you too scared to take another path? Instead of beating up on myself, I might give myself a minute or two and journal about it. And then I'm like, where do I want to be instead? Let's get back to an empowered mindset to say, where do I go now? Now. All your power is in your now. The next step you take forward, you get to choose where that new path begins. You make your own path, and you can do that right now in this moment. You can start. And the first step is clarity. Where do I want to be? Get clear on what is no longer working and where you want to be. What is it that you do want? And what is the first little baby step you can take towards that? And that already gets us into number 4, the last thing that you can do when you're feeling discouraged is make a plan to get momentum. Because so many times we feel discouraged when we're not getting momentum. I have noticed for me, I pretty much need to set up daily rituals in order to feel like I'm getting momentum. It doesn't work for me, at least not right now. Maybe because I don't have big chunks of time with my kiddo right now, but it works for me if I do it every single day. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, if I focus on the thing that is so important to me, like look ahead for this next week. What would be absolutely phenomenal if you can accomplish it the next week, if you can make headway, if you can make progress? Is it in your relationship, feeling closer again, feeling more connected again, feeling more playful again? Is it with your kid to feel more connected and playful again? To set boundaries, to not always just go along with what the kiddos need, but also what you need for self-care? Is it for your own health? Is it something you want to do for you every day, to get out in the sunshine, out in nature, to eat healthier, to drink more water, to do 10 minutes of yoga? What is it? It helps me so much if I plan that in every single day. Now, I know what you're saying. I get it. My time flies by so fast these days. I just don't even know. It's like, how is it 9 o'clock at night already, right? Not right now, but you know what I mean. It's like I check in the evening and I'm just like, no wonder I'm tired, but there are like 5 more things I really wanted to do today. You really have to get down to prioritizing what is important and make sure that you prioritize yourself. And don't try to do it all. You can always rotate it. This week, I'm going to do 20 minutes of yoga every morning. Next week, I'm going to meditate 20 minutes every morning. The following week, I'm going to go for a walk every morning, right? Rotate it through, see what drives the most with you, or rotate it one day to the next. But it's really, I find it easier if you stick with something for 1 week, every day carving out that particular time for you. And then, you know, one of my things that I do with all of my coaching clients is writing your bliss list. 5-minute mood changers that you can set, like put into your day whenever you need them, right? I would love for you to plan them ahead in the morning when you look at your schedule, going, where do I usually, like, where does my energy tank? What's going to be hard today where I know I'm going to need a minute to kind of recoup after that? When do I think I need a breather? And then also when it just happens during the day and you're just like, man, I'm wiped. What do I need right now? Look on your list of 5-minute mood changers. Something that you can do in 1 to 5 minutes that will totally shift your mood and your energy. Be it a yoga flow. Is it listening to a cool song? Is it dancing around like crazy? Is it stepping on your balcony and closing your eyes and feeling the sun on your face? Is it taking a walk around the block? What is it? What is on your bliss list? Your 5-minute mood changers that really make a difference, so that at the end of the day, you can look in the mirror and first of all, you can say, you did an awesome job today. And also you can say, I took the time for myself today. I made myself an important part of my day. Because if we want to get to a happier, more fulfilling life, guess what? It happens every moment. It happens now. Be more fulfilled now. Be happier now. Know that you have a 5-minute break coming up. Know that every single day you are taking even just a few minutes for something that fills you up, for something that inspires you, for something that makes you laugh, for something that makes you feel all warm and tingly in your heart, for something that makes you grateful that you were alive that day. Because I know what it feels like when you're going through the day and at the end of the day you're exhausted and you're just like, I'm gonna have to do the same freaking thing tomorrow. That is not fulfilling. But if you do even just a little something for yourself every single day that makes you feel deeply connected, deeply loved, joyful, inspired, fulfilled, it makes a huge difference. Let me know in the comments below what you do. What's on your 5-minute mood changer list, on your bliss list? And then I can't wait. Today's Saturday night. Who knows what else we're going to do, right? Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.